Week 17 recap video today. And let me just my phone right here just so. All right. It looks like we're all situated. But this week we had a lot of crazy shit happen. Like for example, we found out today Trayvon Diggs got released by the Cowboys, and his brother Stephon Diggs got charged with a whole bunch of shit. So yeah, I kind of want to see Trayvon come over to the Patriots just because it would be pretty cool to see him with his brother. But also at the same time, we don't really know what's going to be going on with Stephon Diggs as of right now. But pretty good week for my predictions. I will actually tell you guys I went 10-6 on my predictions this week. I've been doing pretty decent with my predictions this season, but I feel like the last few weeks I've been struggling a little bit more, but it's all right. But anyway, before we get into the recap, I do just want to talk about the Stephon Diggs incident. Yeah, this definitely doesn't really look all that great, but also at the same time, why even bring it out 3 weeks after that it happened supposedly? I really don't think it actually really happened. And plus, it conveniently comes out after Stephon Diggs got his incentives as well, so I don't know. Something seems a little fishy about it. But obviously, what does that say? Trayvon Diggs should go to the Packers. That would actually be pretty funny to see. I would actually like that. But speaking of Cowboys, the first game that we had was the Cowboys and Commanders, with the Cowboys winning this one 30-23. Obviously, this actually hasn't been the worst loss that the Commanders had this season, which they should definitely be happy about. For the Cowboys, they were actually playing pretty fucking good. I can't lie about that. Obviously, with me having my phone and everything, I can't really show all the stats or anything just because I'm legit on my phone. But Cowboys, like I said, they look pretty good. The Commanders, they actually kept it pretty close, which is pretty surprising. Also, let's see. Who's your Super Bowl prediction? Holy shit, I don't even know. I do not know. I would hope the Patriots would get in, but I know as of right now we would have to face the Bills, and I know that we won't win that game because for some reason the NFL just likes to have the Bills win against us instead of seeing anything else really. But if I had to say Super Bowl, probably I would say probably either Patriots Seahawks or Patriots Rams. Well, that's only because I'm a Patriots fan, but I don't know. But anyway, the next game that we had was the Lions and the Vikings. The Lions got eliminated from the playoffs with this game. And also I got a friggin' Jahmyr Gibbs jersey that same day. I was actually very pissed off about that. The Vikings, they just, I don't even know what the hell happened. They actually looked good in this game. And, the Lions, I'm just not sure what the hell's going on with them at this point, but I do hope that they can get back into their winning ways next season because, man, this season was kind of horrible for them. And I I was really hoping to see the Lions back in the playoffs, but I guess that didn't really happen at all. But another game that we had for our final Christmas game actually was the Broncos and the Chiefs. The Chiefs, they were beat yet again by the Broncos, and I think this is the first time that the Broncos have swept the Chiefs in quite a while. I don't exactly remember the last time they did it, but I do know that it has been a while. The Vikings need to keep Brian Flores. Yes, I will say that. Yes. But the Broncos, they're still winning games that they definitely need to win. Obviously, this game really didn't mean much for anything just because Broncos were already in and the Chiefs were already out. How's it going, H-Town? Love to see you here. But, yeah, Broncos, they just did what they had to do. And, next week, we'll see if they actually have, they'll actually have a chance to get the, to claim the number 1 seed if they win against the Chargers, which I know the Chargers are benching Justin Herbert and a lot of their starters for that game. So, not looking too good. Not looking too good right now. The Texans and Chargers. Hey, look, I was just talking about the Chargers. The Texans actually won that one 20-16. Pretty decent game here. I can't remember off the top of my head what exactly happened during this game. I will. What are your confidence for a Patriots division round game? I hope it happens. I do hope it happens. Also, I do see the Pats Nation there. So, I like that. Hey, Gaming Monster, how you doing? Yeah, it's been a while since you've joined one of the live streams here. But right now I'm talking about Texans and Chargers. Chargers, they lost in a pretty close game against the Texans, but the Texans, they have been looking really, really good. The Strouds are back. I'm good. I've seen your videos before somewhere. I don't know how I just randomly found your live. Hey, man, sometimes that happens. Sometimes a guy that you haven't watched in a while just will randomly pop up on your thing. Do you think you're going to bring any watch parties back? I mean, yeah, probably for the playoffs. It's just with me and working, a lot of the times I'm working when the games are happening. So there's a lot of times I can't really do it, but I'm going to try my best to do one for the playoffs. Where you got the Niners in power rankings? I don't even do power rankings. I just realized that everyone does power rankings. I have never done a power ranking. So I would say the 49ers are at 5 in the power rankings, at least for me. No, I only do predictions. That's more of like a Tom Grossi and Brandon Perna thing. They do that. But for me, I usually just do my predictions. Ravens and Packers. This game was just a shit show, man. It was pretty close in the first half, but the second half, Derrick Henry decided to really, really show up. I mean, he already had, I think, like 3 touchdowns in the first half or something like that. But, Jesus Christ, man. The Ravens, they ran all over the Packers. the thing that they didn't do with the Patriots the week before, I felt bad for Packers fans, to be completely honest. I wasn't expecting it. And also, it was a good thing I kept Josh Jacobs on the bench, because him only having 3 yards on 4 carries, ass, dude. Ass. But, yeah. Ravens, they got a friggin' nice win there. I was glad I didn't have to face Derrick Henry in my championship for my fantasy, but I did have to face Bijan Robinson. I had to face Bijan out of all fucking people. But yeah. I am definitely glad for the people that did have Derrick Henry, though. You guys definitely won your fantasies this week. I definitely wouldn't even... I wouldn't doubt it. Was that John Harbaugh better give him the ball against Pittsburgh when he needs to? Yeah, he has to. He has to for that. Buccaneers and Dolphins. The Dolphins winning 20-17 here. And honestly, the Dolphins have been looking a lot better than how they have with Tua. And honestly, kind of hope Quinn Ewers... I hope Quinn Ewers actually becomes their starting quarterback, to be completely honest. I do like how he's been playing and everything, so I kind of hope Tua gets sent out somewhere else, because he just has not really been the best option there. But we have seen a little bit of play from Quinn Ewers, and he's been looking pretty good. So you already know. I'm gonna have to say, I want to see Quinn Ewers a lot more. But man, Buccaneers, I don't know what the hell happened to you guys, but jeez, just jeez, I don't know. Patriots and Jets, I don't really have to talk about this game, just because I already have a small recap video on my channel about it, so you guys can go check that out whenever you really want to. There's also a Patriot fan reaction video too that you guys can see that I posted, I think, like right after that. So the next game we'll talk about is the Steelers and the Browns, because somehow the Browns won this game. I thought they were just gonna do their old, but we're the Cleveland Browns, and just fucking punts. But nope, I guess not. I guess not. To the they won 13-6. This one was actually pretty much like a snooze fest. Not really much to talk about there. Oh, Steelers, yeah. Yep. Steelers, they were not doing good. But they did keep I think they kept Myles Garrett from breaking the all-time sack record, I think. If I'm not mistaken. I might be wrong, but I think that is correct. Jaguars and Colts. Jaguars win that one 23-17. Obviously, we already know that Phillip Rivers isn't going to be coming back. It's like they cared more about Myles Garrett not getting the sack record. Yeah, seems about right. But the Jaguars, they beat the Colts. Obviously, Phillip Rivers, he's not going to be coming back after this season. But man, I kind of want to see what happens with Daniel Jones and everything. I kind of hope they keep him. But the Jaguars, man, they have been looking really good the last few weeks. Somehow, this game was close, which is actually pretty surprising. I was not expecting that at all. But the Colts, they did keep it close. I think as well, Trevor Lawrence Uh, shit. I had it off on the top of my head, but I can't remember. I can't remember now. I'll come back to that if I remember what I was gonna say about that. But we'll just go over to the next game. Saints and Titans. The Saints win this one 34-26, and honestly, this one was a good game. I am not even gonna lie. Both of these teams not playing for anything, honestly, but still, holy shit, dude. This one was a pretty good game. But there was a game that was better than this one, and we'll be getting to that pretty damn soon. But the Saints with Tyler Shough, man, that's been so good. I do hope that friggin' Tyler Shough has a very, very decent career. I actually really like him a lot. And for Cam Ward as well, it's the same thing. I do like Cam Ward and everything. I do hope he has a very, very nice career. But man, I don't think he's gonna have one with the Titans, because the Titans, they didn't do jack shit this season, man. I think they only, what was it? They only won like two games. Was it 2 games or was it more than that? I can't even remember at this point. This season's just been so weird that I can't remember a whole bunch of shit that happened during it. But the next game we had was the Seahawks and Panthers. The Seahawks just beat up on the Panthers. Just beat them. 27-10. And honestly, the Seahawks, they just did the thing. They needed to do what they had to do. I believe next week we'll see who really gets the number 1 spot. I think it's the number 1 seed, honestly, and I think it's between 3 NFC West teams to be, and that's just crazy to think about. That's gonna be a fun week to really watch. But yeah, Panthers, they really just couldn't get anything going. Cardinals and Bengals. The Bengals just absolutely shit on the Cardinals. It was yeah, it was 37-14. I actually almost did what I did in my recap video. Almost said 34 instead of 37. But Bengals, they firing on all cylinders. Ja'Marr Chase looked really good. Joe Burrow actually looked pretty good. I actually have both of them on my fantasy, and Joe Burrow was on the bench while Ja'Marr Chase was on my starting lineup. Very glad that I had Ja'Marr Chase in my starting lineup, because I think he had like 25 points or something like that. And also, friggin' Joe Burrow, he was actually pretty damn close to how many points he had than what Drake May had. At least, like, for this game, just because I think he had a good amount of passing yards and rushing yards. I know he didn't have as many touchdowns, but I think the points really came up because of like his yardage and shit. But yeah, the Bengals do always win when it's too late. Kind of sucks though. Oh boy, here we go. The friggin' Tank Bowl. The Giants and the Raiders, with the friggin' Giants winning this one 34-10. And honestly, I really wanted the Giants to lose this one so they could have the first round pick, but I guess that's just not going to happen. The Raiders, they just suck. They just really suck. And I think everyone knows that at this point. Um, who was that? Who was that one player a few weeks ago? Someone asked them, and then he just goes, "No, we ass. No, we ass." I remember someone saying that, but I don't remember exactly who says that. Who did say that? I think that was a Ravens player, if I'm not mistaken. Um, Eagles and Bills. The Eagles win this one 13-12 to officially hand the Patriots the AFC East, which is fucking beautiful. I I have already thanked the Eagles for that, but I am thanking them yet again because, man, it seems like after what happened with the Stephon Diggs thing today, it seems like I didn't friggin' say thank you enough. So, thank you again, friggin' Eagles, for doing that to the friggin' Bills. But this one was a weird game. The Eagles were up 13-0 at halftime. And then at the end of the game, the Bills literally could have had it go into overtime with an extra point after the touchdown, but instead they go for two and they miss, and pretty much just lose out on their chance of getting the number one spot in the AFC East. So yeah, not too sure what the fuck happened that game, but all I can say is it was most likely on drugs. Bears and 49ers. Here's the game that was the best game of the fucking week. 49ers win this one 42-38. And holy shit. We started this game with a pick six. And then nothing else from the defense at all from any team until the last play of the game. And holy shit, man. Both offenses, they were firing it off, dude. This game was beautiful for the people that friggin' hate defense. Friggin' the offenses were just firing it off, dude. I love this game. But man, I'm happy that the 49ers got that win. That's a loud ass. That was a Charger too. Damn. That was a loud ass Charger. I thought that was a truck. But I like that the 49ers won this game. I know Packers fans didn't like this game at all because both of their rivals are playing in this one and they both look really good. And a lot of people are saying that this game reminded them of the 1980s. Did you hear what happened to Stephon? Yes, I did. I actually have 2 videos out on it already, and I do believe this live stream actually has like the thing that says like my reaction to the Stephon Diggs incident, or the Diggs brothers are having a bad day, whatever it is. But yeah, I did definitely hear about what happened to Stephon. Still really pissed off about it, even though that came out like 3 hours ago now. But anyway, the last game we had was the Rams and Falcons on Monday Night Football. The Falcons win this one 27-24, and my God, this one was a tale of two halves, man. The Falcons were up 21-0 at halftime. There was a pick six, another pick that was almost a pick six. There was 3 picks by friggin' Matthew Stafford. A lot of people after last night said that he might have lost the MVP race just because of that game. And honestly, I wouldn't really even be surprised, man. I wouldn't even be surprised if they. I wouldn't be surprised if they still gave fucking Stafford the MVP even after that game. But I really hope it's Drake May. I know Drake May has like a lot more rushing yards and touchdowns too. Well, rushing touchdowns, I should say, than Matthew Stafford. I think they're like around this. I know they're like around the same in like passing yards and stuff. But yeah, I know Drake May does have more rushing touchdowns right now. I think I think like with those rushing touchdowns, they add up almost to where Stafford is, or like pretty much right at where Stafford is. I'm not even I don't even know at this point. I do know the chances for Drake May to get are significantly higher after last night's game, though. So we're just gonna have to see what happens this next week, because man, we're gonna have a lot of games this next week that are all on Sunday. That's not gonna be fun for me because I work on Sundays, and most of these games are gonna be played at like 1 o'clock. But at least my Patriots get to play at 4:25, so I'll actually be out of work at that point, so I'll be able to watch that game. But this week it was a pretty fun one. I do hope next week is as fun as this one was. I know for at least the 3 games for Christmas, they were kind of a snooze fest just because no one really had any like playoff implications or anything that had to happen. So yeah, not really much to really talk about there. Niners Pats Super Bowl. I would really hope that happens. I remember me and you were talking about that months ago, and we joked how it probably wouldn't happen. And now there might actually be a chance that that could happen. But yeah, this week was pretty fun. I do hope next week's just as fun. But let's just get on to the news with I already mentioned the Stefon Diggs thing earlier in this video, but if you guys didn't know, uh wasn't in 2 years ago in Chiefs Niners Super Bowl. I think I remember you saying, what would you do if the 49ers and Patriots met in the Super Bowl? I don't think I do remember that. And then I said if that happened, I would be happy. But then I was just like, but I don't think that'll happen. And now we definitely have that chance of it happening. And I would love for it to happen. But let's talk about Trayvon Diggs. Him being released by the friggin' Cowboys. And that only came like an hour or two after the Stefon Diggs thing came out. It looks like the Diggs brothers are just we're just having a really, really bad day today. Um Obviously, Stefon, he has that the misdemeanor assault and battery, and also the felony strangulation or suffocation charges he has. But Trayvon Diggs, yes, he was very good. And then when Micah Parsons got traded, he wanted out. And yeah, go Raiders. We beat y'all somehow. Well, I mean, that was the first week of the season. We were still trying to really figure out things. So I really wouldn't say anything about that. I mean, we're just trying to get into the groove of things. A lot of teams in week 1 are trying to get into the groove of things. But yeah, the Raiders, they did get it on us, but I mean, it was pretty damn close anyway. I mean, it wasn't that bad. Yeah, we are bums, but that's what we're good at. Oh, jeez. I definitely didn't think that I would see a Raiders fan admit that they're ass. Well, not ass, buns, I should say. But man, I guess anything can happen. We are also buns. May should be MVP, and it's not even close. That is true. A lot of people are saying it's not close because Matthew Stafford has like 13 more like passing touchdowns or something like that. But people are forgetting that Matthew Stafford don't run the ball too. Drake May do run the ball. I think like what is it? I think like Drake May has like something over like 400 rushing yards and I think like 5 touchdowns on the ground or something like that. I'm not exactly too sure. Like I said, I'm using my phone right now for the live stream, so I can't really look at the stats at the moment. But I do know it was like over 400 yards rushing and stuff. Yes, Stafford did have 3 picks against the Falcons, one of them being a pick 6, and one of them almost being a pick 6, but it got brought back. But yeah, not a good night for Stafford, I can say that. Definitely not a good night for Stafford. But Trayvon Diggs, not too sure where he's gonna end up going next. I know he can be claimed off waivers, but if he's not, then he'll become a free agent. So we'll just have to see what happens in the next few days or a couple weeks about that one. Sounds like a fire truck. Yeah, that is a fire truck. That horn sounded demonic though. Jesus Christ. That didn't sound like a regular ass fire truck horn. There's 2 of them? Oh yeah, there's 2 of them. Well, I wonder what happened. Once again, nowadays, it's all about the narrative. Yep, exactly. Minnesota prods. Hey, how you doing? Get it? Wait a minute. Did I miss something? Not gonna lie, I think maybe Stafford should be, and then the next thing is just get it. Did I miss something? Did I miss something while I was looking at the fire trucks going by? I don't even know. Is Trayvon injured currently? I'm not too sure. I know I heard something about like him being injured, but also at the same time like he was just holding out from playing because he asked for his release or something. But I don't know. Just look at the MVP race last year. Josh Allen won. There were players with better stats. Yeah, true. Did you see the message? The one about Stafford winning MVP? because I did say, oh, it might have got deleted then. I'm not too sure. I didn't see any other message from you after that. So, okay, Trayvon isn't hurt. So I know there was something about him wanting out of the Cowboys after the not Stephon. Why am I saying Stephon? The Micah Parsons trade that happened, but not too sure why they kept it for so long, but he's probably happy at this point that he's actually officially gone from there. Okay, now there's another fire thing. That's the fire marshal. But, yeah. The Cowboys, they waited quite a while to actually release him. Now they did. He's probably happy as hell to do that. I'm not too sure exactly where he will, wait a minute. Oh, no. Oh, no. He's gonna say, may I dig in your booty? One of my favorite things to say this season, man. One of my favorite things to say this season, just because. And now there's an ambulance. Okay, something bad must have happened. Oh, they're going the other way. Oh, I guess that was for something different. But, yeah, this week has been pretty weird. Get it. Yeah, now I got it. Now I got it. As soon as I saw it, may I already knew what you were gonna say. That's the best thing too. As soon as I saw that, I already knew it was coming. The friggin' may I dig in your booty. I love that. I love that. Let me see. I think I actually have it as like something I have on my phone. Let me see real quick. Do I have it? I know I do. I just have to find it. Let me just make sure I do. Yep, there it is. Well, you're not gonna really see it, but it does say may I dig in your booty. And also, if you guys are hearing something right now, there's a car that started up and it's pretty loud. It's a Subaru, so yay. That's really what's oh, I don't like that. Something's friggin' vibrating in the. What happened to the train? To the train? I don't know what happened to a train, but I know there's a car that's started up and it's fucking making my car rattle like a bitch. Oh, oh, I think I literally just showed that train that passed by. I think that's literally what happened. Yeah, it is still alive. It drove by like maybe right after that happened. Do you think the Pats could get the first seed? Well, I mean, if friggin' Justin Herbert was gonna be playing, I would say yes, but no. What are your thoughts on the criticism of the Pats' schedule? To be fair, it's not their fault. Exactly. It is definitely not their fault. They can't pick out who they play. That's the NFL that picks it out. Friggin' I really don't know what else to say other than friggin' they can't pick out their schedule, so if it's a friggin' cupcake schedule, can't really do anything about it. You just gotta play your goddamn games and hope you friggin' win. Same thing if you have one of the hardest schedules. Just play the goddamn games and hope that you win. Can't really do much more other than that. Events like people saying that the Patriots really haven't beaten that many like really good teams. Well, I mean, again, they don't make the goddamn schedule. And plus two, all these other teams don't make their goddamn schedule. They just go week to week and try to play out their games. And if they win or lose, that's what fucking happens. There is nothing wrong with having a easy schedule for one goddamn season. Are Pats benching players this week? I have not heard anything about the Patriots benching any players, just because we can still get the 1 seed. I don't know why the NFL never makes the Super Bowl champion have the hardest schedule. Yeah, for some reason I feel like that does happen sometimes. It like for like the Chiefs, for example, when they were winning the Super Bowls, I felt like they were kind of getting easy schedules. Are Denver resting their starters? I have not heard anything about that. I do believe they won't rest their starters because I think because they're fighting for the number 1 spot in the AFC. So I wouldn't say. Yeah, exactly. Denver won't do that to their starters because they're trying to get the 1st seed. Patriots won't do that because they're going to try to get the 1st seed. And I believe the Jaguars also aren't going to be resting their starters because they're also going to be trying for the AFC. I think for the Jaguars to get in, I think the Chargers will have to win and Miami will have to win for, I think, the Jaguars to get in as the number 1 seed. Patriots really only have to worry about Denver losing. And then for Denver, they, I believe, really just have to win against the Chargers. So yeah, it's gonna be a hard one. It's gonna be a hard one for the Patriots to get, and then also for the Jaguars to get, because with Justin Herbert and a lot of the Chargers resting their players, they're most likely gonna lose that game. Unless miraculously they're like the Patriots in the last week of the season last year and they fucking go full blown out and they're just like, hey, we're just gonna completely, like, we're gonna play super good, but we're gonna do it like where you get pissed off. Why do the 49ers never punt? They actually haven't had the punt since November because, excuse me? All right, we got the cars with the pops out here now too. But anyway, the 49ers, they haven't punted since November because they've been scoring. They've been scoring pretty much every time they get the ball. Or they have the, like, turnover on downs or whatever. They just have not tried to go for a punt at all. And I I mean, it's given the 49ers punter a decent time of rest because, man, he hasn't had to play in over a month. Who gets fired first, John Harbaugh or Mike Tomlin? My bet is John. Well, I mean, I guess we'll probably see by next game what happens because I know the Ravens and Steelers go up against each other this week. And I think and this is actually for the spot the number 1 spot in the AFC North. So that game is going to be pretty fun to watch. I kind of hope the Ravens actually win it. I actually do kind of hope the Ravens win that game. But obviously, with it being a divisional matchup, you never know. You never really know. But yeah, that's really it at this point. Like I said earlier too, the Lions, they were eliminated from playoff contention last week. This past week. And the Packers, they are officially in. And I believe they're locked in as the number 7 seed. So that's pretty decent. That is pretty decent. I do believe the Bills are locked in at number 7 too, but I'm not exactly too sure. I'll still have to check up on like all the updated standings and everything. I blame DK for the loss against the Browns more than anyone else. Yeah, I saw a lot of people blaming DK for that. Just because of what he did that past week with that Lions fan. Yeah, that was very stupid of him to do. I will say that. It was very stupid of him to do. But that's really gonna wrap it up for my Week 17 recap. Really wasn't that much news that came out today that I know of so far, so I definitely haven't seen anything else other than like the Stefon Diggs thing or the Trayvon Diggs thing. But you guys will see videos about that. If anything came out, you'll probably see it right after this live stream's done. We are sweeping the Lions again next year. If that happens, I would actually probably laugh. But anyway, I am gonna get out of here. I do hope you guys enjoyed the live stream. I do hope you guys also like the format change from me doing my regular videos for for my recaps to this, because obviously this is a lot different. But I do hope you guys still enjoyed the little recap that I did here. Hope I can do this a lot more. But hope you guys like, subscribe, comment, do really whatever you want to do. And as always, I will see you all in my next video. So I'll see you all around whenever that one comes out.